Alright, so the purpose of my speech is to inform the audience on the beginning of the sport of basketball. I'll discuss some information about the man who invented it, how the sport gained popularity, and how the sport has changed and evolved over the years. I've always loved the sport of basketball. Ever since I was a kid, I'd always go outside and shoot around 3 hours a day, at least. I'll play for AAU teams when the regular school teams were in season. When I was younger, me and my friends used to always think we were going to play together at UNC and go to the NBA, but life doesn't turn out how you always think it will. My point is that basketball has been a part of my life ever since I was a baby, and that makes me the perfect candidate to give you this speech. Basketball wasn't always one of the top sports in the U.S. The game itself was not even invented until 1891, which is much later than some of the other major sports in the U.S. today. The man who invented it is Dr. James Naismith. He was a Canadian PE teacher. He invented basketball because it was too cold for his class to play football or baseball outside in the winter. It was originally played with a soccer ball and a peach basket. Naismith soon realized that cutting a hole in the bottom of the basket would be the most efficient way to get the ball back instead of having to retrieve it every single time somebody scores. The students found the game to be easy and fun to play. It was convenient that students could get a fun, enjoyable workout inside without having to go outside during the cold weather. Little did Naismith know, he had created one of the next big things in American sports. Despite all of this, Naismith was not interested in gaining fame from his invention. His main interest was his career as a PE teacher. He never gained money or fame for his invention during his lifetime. He never got to see the popularity or huge financial gain that comes with the sport of basketball. One of his proudest moments was when he got to see his game become an Olympic sport in 1936 in Berlin. Now, Naismith is in the Basketball Hall of Fame and is a household name for most sports fans. Some of Naismith's students travel all across the country to spread the word about his sport. The need for a fun and active sport at schools and YMCAs helped basketball gain popularity very quickly. As I previously mentioned, basketball made its Olympic debut in 1936 in Berlin. It involved 21 teams and awarded out 3 medals, bronze, silver, and gold. The U.S. received the gold medal in this event. Canada received silver, and Mexico received the bronze. This was a big deal for basketball, as these Olympics caused it to receive global attention. This led to the National Basketball Association, otherwise known as the NBA, being formed in 1946. On November 1st, 1946, the first NBA game was played in front of 7,090 spectators. It was played between the New York Knicks and the Toronto Huskies. The Knicks came out on top in that matchup and won the game 68-66, a very small margin. The original NBA consisted of only 11 teams. To put that into perspective, there are 30 teams nowadays. Over time, as more and more cities began to realize the profitability of the NBA continued to expand. Another American basketball league called the ABA was formed in 1967, but this league did not last very long because they would soon merge into the NBA less than 10 years later in 1976 to create one bigger league. Basketball has evolved over the years into a much different game. One of the most dominant moves in NBA history was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and his sky hook. It was absolutely unguardable. This led to him becoming the NBA's leading scorer and still holds that record to this day. During Kareem's time, there was also a three-point shot added, which was a very big addition, arguably the most game-changing move in sports history. Nowadays, players like Stephen Curry and Damian Lillard have revolutionized the game by shooting a three-pointer. And all these young kids growing up, they want to be just like them. So that's going to change the way basketball is played in the next upcoming years. All right. As I sum up my speech, I would like to thank you all for listening. I hope you'll think about some of these facts I've stated next time you watch or play basketball. And I hope you all feel like you'll learn something new today about the game of basketball. Thank you.